Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is another episode of your OGR, baby, as today is game 22 as the Edmonton Oilers went up against the Vancouver Canucks and absolutely cakewalked them as Mike Smith made a glorious 32 saves for the shutout. Not just that, his second shutout of the year as we won 3-0 against the Canucks. Of course, I had the burp during that saying the Canucks, which is the best way to explain them right now, is that they are just a acid reflex filled burp, is what the Vancouver Canucks are probably feeling right now as they took a rough loss. There was almost a goal for the Vancouver Canucks, actually, funny enough. It was like right on the line. The puck was just touching the red line, and it was so close to being a goal, but unfortunately it wasn't for the Vancouver Canucks as Mike Smith walked away with another shutout, which was just absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I dropped this guy in fantasy. I cannot believe I did that. I should have never doubted Mike Smith, but you know, it's the usual. I thought he was gonna go right back to being normal Mike Smith, but he's breaking records. I mean, this is the first time since a 38-year-old started off his year 6-0 since George Hainsworth, ladies and gentlemen, back in 1938. Do you know how long ago that was? I wasn't even born. My mom and dad weren't even fucking born. So that is a long damn time ago that Mike Smith is breaking some records in the NHL, and he's having just a fantastic start, which when I was kind of thinking about this year was one of my biggest things for the Oilers, is that we needed to get elite goaltending, and not just that, we needed Mike Smith to be playing huge this year, and that's what he's doing. He's playing a great game, and honestly, this was his best game yet. There was no goals in the first period, and I gotta say, Mike Smith was really doing us a favor of just saving every single puck. He was really playing a great game. The defensive core was also doing a really good job from top to bottom. Tyson Barrie did get a lot less minutes in tonight's game. He only got 13 minutes, and most of it was on the power play, so maybe that's the storyline to follow, as Ethan Bear looked like he was playing actually more minutes than Tyson Barrie, so maybe we might see Tyson Barrie go lower down in the lineup, which I wouldn't mind seeing, because honestly, Tyson Barrie, I wouldn't mind just seeing him on the power play, even though I really am not a big fan of him on the power play, of course, because he's not that good. I'd rather have Darnell Nurse there, and that's saying a lot. But Tyson Barrie, he's getting most of the power play time. But we also got to see Ethan Bear back in the lineup tonight, which, man, did I ever miss this guy. Watching him play out there, he's just a different guy with Darnell Nurse. He really is. He brings a different level and a different attitude to the Edmonton Oilers, and I really enjoyed being able to see him in the lineup, which we, of course, had 7 D-man in that game. But we'll get into reviewing the entire game, get into the goal score, and of course, like I said, there was no goals in the first. Thank you, Mike Smith, and Thatcher Demko was playing huge until Alex Chason got his 4th of the season on the power play. For some reason, this continues to work out for Dave Tippett, as Chason's been able to put up a couple on the power play. It's been working out a little bit more. He's been getting into those right spots, and that's what we need from Chason, just to get in those right spots to actually play the game that we need him to play, and that's what he was doing last night. He got into a perfect spot, got a nice tuck-in goal there on Thatcher Demko, and it was a nice pass from Nuge, and big fantasy point there from Barrie. Of course, another secondary assist there by Tyson Barrie, but we get the first goal in the second period, which was absolutely beautiful. We head into the third period, another power play goal, which is, we're starting to see a little bit of a trend here, is that our power play is starting to do a little bit better. We'll have to see how well we do on Saturday night against the Toronto Maple Leafs, which I will be going live with my big old buddy Perlo Wisdom, as we're going to be giving you guys some play-by-play talking. It should be a lot of fun, so tune in. 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. It should be a lot of fun. But Jesse Puljujarvi got his 6th of the season there on the power play. He was right in front of the net, and this is why I think Jesse Puljujarvi should be given more power play time, is because he can do stuff like this and generate offense. He does it better than what Chason can do, and I don't like Chason up on the power play, and I still do not understand why we give him more ice time than anyone else on that power play. But Puljujarvi, it was a nice shot there by Draisaitl. He was waiting, looking for a spot, wasn't able to find one, so he just threw it at the net, and Puljujarvi picked up the rebound and was able to flick it home, and it was a beautiful goal. And then Connor McDavid with the empty netter with his 14th of the season. I'm always amazed with McDavid's movement and the way he's able to just make a nice move, and he's in the center ice from the right boards to center ice. It's just absolutely amazing from Connor McDavid. But honestly, there wasn't a lot to talk about in this game. I'll talk about a couple players, of course. I'm not just going to leave you guys as dry with just nothing to talk about because there wasn't very much going on in this game. It was a really defensive game. There wasn't a lot of points going on, and it was a lot of defense. And I'll give it tips to the Edmonton Oilers for playing a very good defensive game from just about everyone, from Jones to Bouchard, Baird, Nurston, Barry, Larson, Russell, just about everyone. I've been really enjoying how Russell and Larson have been playing. Now, sure, they're not the guys that are going to give you points, but when you need to go out there and throw out a very nice defensive style of pairing, that's what they give you. They give you that type of style. Now, I wish there was like a Matthias Ekholm alongside of a Larson, but I'm fine with the Chris Russell for right now. I mean, Chris Russell's doing his job. He's playing a very good job playing that defensive defenseman, so I hope they continue. And Larson's having a great jump back since the start of the season. I felt like he just definitely needed a little bit of a tuning. I think he did have an injury during the offseason, so I'm definitely going to give him a break from the start of the season because he's been playing absolutely amazing since then. Otherwise, for the offense, Dominic Cahoon's really getting some good chemistry alongside of Draisaitl. I think that's one of the main things I've been seeing lately out of that second line with Cahoon, Draisaitl, and Yamamoto. They're starting to get a little bit more chemistry going, and I've been really enjoying that. And Puljujärvi's just getting more and more better, just a lot better with McDavid and Nuge. It's just this whole team is starting to mesh really well, especially the Ennis, Kara, and Archibald line. You've been seeing those guys getting a lot more ice time, and not just that, we've been great on our PK. We've been like 10 out of 10 on our PKs on the road. We've been great, and I think that's been the biggest thing for the Oilers is our big key to its success is that our special teams. If we have our special teams going and we have a great, crazy good PK, then the Oilers are going to have some success, which is why we've been climbing our way up the standings, now officially having a record of 14-8, 11-2 in our last 13. It's just absolutely amazing for the Edmonton Oilers, and it's great for me seeing this as a fan to see this amount of great success from the Edmonton Oilers. And actually, funny enough, I have not worn my Edmonton Oilers jersey in the 5 of these wins, so I'm going to continue not wearing my Edmonton Oilers jersey. They're going to be hung up in my back wall, which is probably the reason why you haven't been seeing me wear my Oilers jerseys, and I've just been wearing crappy t-shirts like this one. Don't look at this t-shirt. This one has been worn out. Fanatics is... Some of their t-shirts are garbage like this one. This one just like deteriorated. It's a Connor McDavid shirt, and it just went to... It's just like disintegrating quickly, all the lettering. But honestly, instead of talking about my t-shirt, that's how boring this game was. But I give it tips to Mike Smith. I think the most exciting part of this game was seeing Mike Smith making the saves that he was making all night long. I mean, the record that he has, 6-0, a 1.73 goals against average, and a 944 save percentage. I mean, this guy is playing really hot right now, and I'm hoping this continues. I'm thinking we're going to be playing Mika Koskinen on Saturday. I think is what we might do. Give Mike Smith a bit of a break, especially after facing Vancouver the 2 times. So I don't know if we're going to be jumping over to Koskinen or what we're going to be doing, or we're going to keep with the hot hand. I mean, I wouldn't mind keeping with the hot hand of Mike Smith. I mean, he's been tremendously hot, and I hope he continues doing what he's doing, and I'm hoping the Oilers continue what we're doing, because it seems like we're really happy out there, and when the Oilers are happy, I'm happy, and I'm glad to see that from the Edmonton Oilers, and I'm hoping to keep continuing to see this success from the Edmonton Oilers, because they just seem like they're enjoying hockey right now, and I'm happy to see that. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys. I'll see you guys back on Sunday for another OGR, but I will be seeing you live on Saturday as we're going to be going up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Should be a fun matchup, and I hope the Oilers walk away with another one and continue that win streak. I'm hoping. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm hoping the Oilers walk away with another victory. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Adios, amigos.